Hi, my babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl, Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little old me will be down below in the description box. You do not have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Hi, my babies. Hi, my babies. Hi. It's time for me to go ahead and do these Sunday mimosas for y'all. I know some of y'all really like them. So, quick announcements though, on the website, I am open for personal readings, numerology charts, Chinese astrology charts, dream interpretations. Just check the description box. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into the Sunday mimosa. I'm not exactly too sure if this is what I'm going to keep the name of it as, but basically it's going to be somewhere around this topic. What to do when you intimidate your haters, okay? And it is a real thing, because please understand, people, haters ain't fucking gender specific. Just because you a dude don't mean only dudes gonna hate on you. Just because you a female don't mean only females gonna hate on you. Dudes hate on me and it's females that hate on guys. Like, that shit happens, y'all. Like, real talk. That shit happens. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. The person we're going to be talking about today, I decided to give him the name Lucifer. Because that's how that motherfucker is. Like, oof, Lord. Okay. That's how he is. Now, Lucifer and me both are poets. And I can't even sit here and lie and say he a good poet, bro. He used to be. I don't know what the fuck happened. Sips mimosa while doing the Sunday in mimosa. I don't know what happened though, y'all. But basically, I met him at this event because I used to vend with my boutique. And in this particular Sunday, they would have a event like every other Sunday. But this particular Sunday, I wasn't vending, but I just wanted to go to the show to support everybody. So I go to the show and I'm looking at the performance and everything. I'm like, yo, these people are dope. That's what's up. But then the poet gets up there, Lucifer. And y'all, I swear it was like it was out of a movie. The way I was looking at him, the way, like, the angle I was sitting at looking at him on stage, like his entire, everything was just perfect about that entire performance to me. So I was like, damn, if I ever perform poetry, I want to do it my way, like how he got up there and did it. He didn't get up there and do it like how everybody else did. I want to get up there and do it my way too. So that's what caught my eye about him, and I remembered about him, like, damn, Lucifer the poet. Like, Lucifer the poet, like, he just delivered different or whatever, right? So then I started performing December 2016. And my second performance was at a popular radio DJ's lounge. And that's how he actually ended up hearing about me, because he's tied in with these people. So he ended up hearing about me and we connected on social media. Even though he didn't come to that performance though, but he still heard about me. So we followed each other on social media. And we had a brief conversation. And I do remember at one point he opened up to me about how he was having mental health issues and some of the personal things that he was dealing with. And so that's something that I felt like, damn, we got this in common. But I didn't tell him I had mental health issues because I did not want to take away from his venting. I wanted him to just be able to go ahead and vent. Because sometimes, y'all, you can't be like, oh yeah, me too, I experienced that too. Sometimes you just gotta let a motherfucker vent, okay? And that was one of the moments, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell him I go through it too. I'll just let him vent. But we had a good, like a mutual respect for each other though. And then he also saw that, like, I was making moves. I started building a name for myself. So he would check in every once in a while. But y'all, when I say every once in a while, I could probably count on one hand. We probably had 3 personal conversations, probably in my entire life, probably 4, maybe 5 at the most. I doubt that, but yeah. But he saw I was, making moves and building a name for myself. Performing here, performing there, and he saw I was taking it serious as well. So he invited me out to some events, like some open mic events he was having and stuff, but I couldn't make it because I didn't have the money for it at the time. I was in between jobs. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I couldn't make it, but I wanted to support him so bad, and he even put out a book, and I couldn't even cop the book because I was in between jobs. I didn't have the money for it. But what he doesn't know is, see, the type of chick I am, if I cannot actually support you, beyond just sharing your post, I'm going to hit some people up that I think would be interested in and be like, yo, check this out when you get a chance, or go through, show my people some love, or my people might be coming from out of town. They're like, yo, Nina, where the spot's at tonight? What's the spot's at this weekend? And I'll be sending them flyers. I'm like, yo, go check out this spot right here. This should be popping. And they would go. So he don't even know I was still supporting him, even though I was not physically there. Now, the type of person he is, I'm sorry, but I mean, this is the only way to describe this man. He's a bitch ass nigga. He's very emotional. He must have attention at all times to feel important. Why? Because that's that inner child work he need to work on from somewhere where it was lacking in his past. So if it's not going to the way that, according to how he had it in his head, then he got an attitude with shit. If you're not praising him and kissing his ass, then he got an attitude with shit. And I ain't no kiss ass type person, okay? I'm really not. So, I guess he kind of felt some type of way, because he like, damn, I keep inviting her to shit, but she ain't coming. That was not the case, though, so I don't know what happened, but he kind of fell off a little bit, and then he came back. And he tends to do that. Like, he'll take a break, and then he'll come back. And it seems like every time he take a break and he come back, it's like he loses more and more of his audience. Come to find out, the man is also an alcoholic, and I did not know this, but yeah. Okay, so December 2017, this is when I was messing with Freckles. Ex-bestie was living in my people's crib with us and stuff, and yeah, I needed to get the fuck out, and he invited me to come out to perform, and I'm like, an outlet, okay, thank God, an outlet, okay, so he invited me to come out and perform at the same popular radio DJ's lounge, and it was packed. And that was his first time having that, and it was packed. I'm not gonna lie, it was lit. I seen some people in there I hadn't seen in a while. The people who, was performing was great, and I even made some connections that, like, I grew from just by being in that room. I'm not even gonna lie. So he also invited me out to perform again, and I came out again, and it was less people this time, but I still killed my performance though. But I did this poem that I have called Dear System, and he told me that inspired him to do a poem. So he got up there and did his poem too, but it wasn't really hitting the same. So, but I could tell that had really touched him. So y'all, this is why I call people angry fans. Because it ain't that y'all really hate me. Y'all just love me so much that it makes you fucking angry. And that's not my fault. Please consult with your creator, okay? That is not my fault. So, I guess this is where shit starts going left. Because he invited me out again to the same event. And like I told y'all, the second one, it was less people. But this time, I didn't feel good. So, I told him I wasn't going to be able to make this one. So, apparently, a lot of people didn't make that one. So, he got up on Facebook after his show was over. And he was like, that's fine. I don't need you to come to my event for people to show up. Like, he was just acting like a fucking diva. Okay? He really was. He was acting like a diva. And I was like, okay, this man is truly in his feelings. And just over time, I have noticed, he been taking little shots here and there on the internet. And I'm like, who he talking about? He talking about me? Who he talking about? But, I'm going to let it go. Because I'm like, you know what? Nah, he can't be talking about me. So then this event comes up that I see everybody promoting like crazy. And it was this event that they was doing. It was a poetry event called Love Jones. And I guess they were going to be doing love poetry and stuff. Now, at this point in time, I was the new buzz. I was the new chick on scene. People was trying to book me left and right. The person who was throwing it, I knew the person because she had invited me to one of her, it wasn't a wine tasting. Actually, it kind of was. But, like, she had this exclusive, this was, like, the uppity crowd people, y'all. Okay, this the bougie crowd people out here. She invited me to some little wine event that she had. I ain't gonna lie, that food was bomb. That's the first time I had macaroni and cheese balls. Lord God, that shit was bomb. But that's how I ended up networking as well and getting in with people. But for her Love Jones event, Lucifer and another local artist that's very popular, that's close with Lucifer, we'll call him Oscar, because he remind me of, Oscar that live in the trash can. That's what he remind me of. So, yeah. So, we're going to call him Oscar the Grouch. So, yeah, Lucifer and Oscar the Grouch were headlining this poetry show, the Love Jones or whatever. And I ran into the lady that was having it later, and she lied, and she was like, I meant to tell you to call me. I had wanted to get you on the ticket for that. I had wanted you to perform. I was like, oh, you did? What happened? Oh, it was just so much going on. Guess what? That shit ain't even happened. That shit ended up getting canceled. That shit never happened. And they did all that promotion for that show, and that show never happened. Why? Because they were trying to cut me out that shit. And my higher ups seen that shit. My higher ups don't fucking play about me. My higher ups said, oh, you trying to cut her out of a blessing. Okay, bet. Watch this. How about none of y'all fucking perform for that shit? That shit went nowhere. But yeah, she really sat up there and lied, though. And that's when I started picking up on, okay, these motherfuckers talking about me. Oh, okay. Bet. So then it's just she's performing in Brooklyn. She's performing in Richmond. She's performing here. She's performing there. She performed for NAACP, iHeartRadio, and all these other places and these private parties. And she performed on the bass. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they feel some type, yo. It is not my fault. Take that shit up with your creator. I'm just here doing what they sent me to do. Okay? So, basically, he had people I was cool with acting funny around me. And he wanted someone to kiss his ass. And I won't. I was still sending my people through to his events, though, y'all. But years go by. And we have not spoken. And the first time I have spoken to this man in years was this year. And I reached out. Well, actually, matter of fact, hold on. I actually reached out to him probably 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think. I reached out to him, about 2-3 years ago. And he looked at the message, but he ain't never hit me back. And I was like, yo, King. I was like, I want to talk to you about something. Can we sit down and have some lunch or something whenever you got the time? Nigga looked at the shit, never answered me back. And that's another reason why I knew we had problems. But then I reached out to him this year. Because I was trying to do a favor for the people I was fucking with that I was performing for. And I was trying to get him on the ticket for that poetry showcase that I ended up headlining. And see, this is why you can't be inviting people into your blessings. Because if he would have came, he would have ended up being a headliner. And that was my plan, to make him the headliner. Because I'm like, oh, he could sell tickets, this, that, and the third. Just a thank you for the time when you invited me out to perform type shit. But he was acting funny. He was acting bougie. He gave me the runaround. He wanted me to kiss his ass. And I really just wasn't feeling it, y'all. And I gave the promoter and stuff his information. And he was like, I called him. He said, yo, I'm busy. I'll hit you back. And he never heard back from him. I said, yeah, that means he won't come. But he told me that he was coming, though. And he told me that he would think about it, though. So what happens was, he's still trying to keep me up under his thumb, making me think that he's going to come to perform. And we're literally days out from the fucking performance. And he was like, I want you to come through to my spot. I'm throwing an open mic. It was like I forgot what he called it, but basically, you could smoke at the open mic spot, basically, and do poetry since weed is legal in Virginia now. I'm still shocked about that shit there. But, so I was like, oh, that sounds dope. He like, yeah, you come through. I'll think about coming through to yours. And I told my mama that. I noticed he said he'll think about it. She like, yeah, what's up with that? I'm like, you already know. So, I go to the little stupid ass open mic, okay? And I'm like, yo. First off, it's in a damn near looking abandoned building. But these people, I don't know what the fuck they got going on in there, okay? It ain't none of my business. But it looked like a chill spot / studio. And niggas just got a lounge in there and shit in a bar. So I guess they decided that was going to be the performance spot. Yeah. So I found this little rinky-dink ass place. And I messaged him and I was like, yo, I can't find it. And as soon as I sent that message, I was like, yo, I can't find it. Because I told you, it looked like it was in an abandoned warehouse. The dude came and opened the door because he came outside to smoke. One of the people that was in there. He was like, yo, you looking for the open mic? I was like, yeah, yo. I'm looking for Lucifer, all that. And he was like, oh, yeah, it's up here. So I guess it was supposed to be some exclusive shit, I guess. Not really. It was some hood shit that he tried to make seem bougie, but no. Now, I go upstairs. Y'all, it's literally 2 people in that bitch. But you're the most popular poet in this area, though. The fuck going on? You only got 2 people show up. He was inboxing everybody, yo, come out to my performance, yo. He told me, I don't understand what happened. I promoted this for 3 days. I don't understand what happened because you got lazy. You still got to be just as hungry as you was as day one. That's what happened, my G. So he basically feeling embarrassed. Ain't nobody show up. But the funny thing is, he didn't know I had found it. So when he was opening my message and he replied back, I felt it when my phone vibrated and he replied back. And he put his phone down, but he waved his hand at the phone like, oh, fuck that shit. I ain't worried about it. Like, if she comes, she come. If she don't. Like, basically, like, I wasn't important. And I seen that shit and he ain't know it. And he turned around. I was standing right there. I was like, hey. He was like, hey. You know, like, oh, shit, I got caught type shit. Like, I hope she ain't see that. Oh, no, I seen it. So I'm literally sitting there for an hour. I'm like, yeah, so when we gonna get started? I'm about to be on my second blunt. And I done went and got me a Corona. I'm sipping and shit. Asking him questions about where he grew up. Couldn't find out this man stole his poetry name from an OG off the block back in the day when he was growing up. But he old as fuck now. So ain't nobody gonna know that. Who the person was that he stole the name from. So I'm like, damn, you are just all around thief. Like, you are not original at all, sir. Like, the person who I used to have so much respect for, the person who I used to thought was a bomb-ass poet, the person who I used to thought was, you know, God body, just a stand-up person, I found out was not. And that's why he's mad. We about to really get into why he mad. So he's sitting beside me, because at first he won't sit beside me. He got up, come back, he's sitting beside me, and then I start picking up vibes. Okay, this nigga being phony. But you know what? I'm going to play along with it. Industry shit. So I'm just in there asking him questions about his childhood and shit, like I said. And he keep doing this little bitch-ass laugh. Every time he look at his phone. So I already know something up with your phone. Okay, I ain't stupid. I already know something up with your phone. I'm like, why this nigga keep laughing? I'm like, yeah, I gotta leave at a certain amount of time, though. So we gonna start or not? He was like, oh, you want to perform? Yeah, I want to perform. That's what I came here for, to perform. The fuck? So I start getting a little irritated, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. I got a big performance in like 3 days. So I find out why he laughing. A couple walk in. It's a bitch and her dude. They walk in. Come to find out, the lady introduced herself to me and everything. She was like, hi, we gotta come up with a fake name for her. No, we really don't. Hi, I'm Net. I'm like, hi, Net. Nice to meet you. I'm like, oh, she's pretty. I'm shaking her hand and everything. When she performed, I'm recording her performing. And then it clicked in my head when I got home. I know who Net is. Oh, it gets worse, though. So I'm sitting there completely oblivious, not knowing who the fuck Net is, but Net know who the fuck I am, and Net got an issue with me. I don't even know Net got an issue with me. Okay? Another bitch walks in. And then it was like this other girl walked in that was a Virgo, and it was her birthday that day. And she was drunk as hell, like, I'm a Virgo too, boo, happy birthday. And she was like, thank you, boo. She was lit. The Virgo was the only person I enjoyed in that entire fucking room. Okay, she was lit. She was fun. And she came in there with her boyfriend, but this other lady came in. I didn't know more people had came in, but the focus is on this other lady. She come in and sit right beside me while me and him talking. She all rude, interrupting us and shit. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just interrupted you and stuff, da-da-da-da. And I looked at her face. I said, I know this bitch. I know exactly who this bitch is. But y'all, I'm not going to give y'all all the details of what happened that night. I'm going to give y'all the details of the shit that happened that night. Actually, in another video that I'm going to do for y'all with a couch talk. Trust me when I say it is juicy, okay? It is juicy. I definitely got set up that night, though. Know that. So, okay. This is about what to do when your haters are intimidated by you. This man has tried to set me up. This man has tried to stop my career. This man has completely slandered me. All because he's mad because I'm better at doing what we do than he is. And like I told y'all earlier this week, it's not your fault that God didn't give them people them same ingredients that they gave you. So what do? You continue to cook. You continue to produce the best quality that you can. You stay in that kitchen and you focus on making sure you got your shit right the way that you need it to be, and let the other motherfuckers talk. Let them talk. They not in the kitchen. They can sit there and talk about the aromas, the way it look and everything, but they not in the kitchen with you. So, alright, babies. I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. I love you, babies. It's not your fault that somebody else ain't built the same way that you are. You just gotta keep operating in your own sense, in your own energy, in your own lane. Okay? And these challenges, these people, they're gonna keep coming up with every level that you get to. You just gotta know how to operate, through that shit and not let it take you off course, because it could have been so many wrong decisions I could have made that could have landed me in jail, or that could have set me back further and ended my career. So that's why they say you got to look at the bigger picture. Think about it. Love you, babies. Mwah.